it's hard to get rid of they've gotten better.
So again, under the red flag here on lap 50, Drew Dollar is your race leader. Nick Sanchez, Raja Caruth, Corey Heim, and Daniel Dye, top 5. As everyone is again stopped on the back straightaway. And we are under the red flag currently.
Well, they still get whiplash, but it doesn't, like, their head.
Drew Dollar's been having a very good run so far in that number 18, driving for Kyle Busch Motorsports. Nick Sanchez and Raja Caruth, 2 drivers in the Chevrolet camp that have also run up front so far in this race. And Corey Heim, of course, a driver that's been very strong on the last couple of super speedway races, has been a driver that has really done a very nice job on these Formula Plate tracks, now super speedway race tracks. And he is inside of the top 5 right now. Daniel Dye, another driver that had a very strong run going at Daytona International Speedway a little while ago, earlier this year in February.
General Tire 200, the Arca Menard Series in action here at the Talladega Super Speedway. We've gone under the red flag after a 7-car pileup off 4 coming back to the Tri-Oval, involving a number of drivers. The one that all the attention focused on right now is the 60-year-old driver, Scott Melton. And I think we've got some good news to report. Alex, you've been watching this very closely. What's the latest?
Yeah, I saw him talking with the safety personnel, so that's certainly great news for 60-year-old Scott Melton talking to safety personnel. They did get him out of the race car after cutting the roof of the race car off, and they've gotten him on the backboard now, preparing to load him into the ambulance. Steve Post, I know your boots on the ground there, some 50 or so yards away from the incident site.
Yeah, indeed, and really it is just the time involved with taking the roof off is all precaution. You don't want to move his body in a precarious or bad spot. They've got him stabilized now on a backboard, on a gurney, and they are actually now walking him to the back of the ambulance here. So a lot of times this is just a huge precaution that they do. You imagine trying to get out of these race cars, how it twists your body around, and right now every precaution is taken. So it looks dramatic when they tear the roof off the race cars. A lot of times it is just now the crowd has been notified he is out of the car as well, so a big round of applause down here as he is now in the ambulance and going to head to the infield care center. So we'll just our best with Scott Melton, and what a great job by the safety crew here at Talladega Super Speedway to take every precaution to safely remove him from that race car.
Well, he just gave a thumbs up to the crowd, and that was why you could hear the crowd in the background. All right, we talked about it. Let's go back and revisit before we ever put him under the green flag. Some of the drivers, like a Daniel Dye, trying to move on to the next level. Other drivers, like a Scott Melton, who is here just having fun. This is his hobby. He's a 60-year-old insurance agent, owns his own insurance company, back up in West Michigan. He's here because he loves to go auto racing. And we talked about the drivers that, you know, their goal is always to win, but they're going to be happy if they can come home in the top 10 because they're just doing what they love.
exactly what it is, having fun and enjoying what he's doing out there and getting a chance to race. And Scott Melton, he's a regular on the Arca Menards Tour. He runs the whole series and has been for a handful of years. So it's great to see somebody that says, you know what, yeah, sure, I've loved in my younger days to be a NASCAR Cup Series driver, but I know where I'm at in life. Life is good for Scott Melton, owning his own business. You pointed that out as an insurance owner there, and to be able to have the resources, the funds to be able to come out and go full-time Arca Menard Series racing, that's something that he enjoys doing, clearly, and has a lot of fun with it. Gets out there and competes each and every week, and we hope he's going to be just fine.
Yeah, we'll give you an update if we get it from the Care Center. Scott Melton, though, again, giving a thumbs up to the crowd here at the Talladega Super Speedway. Drew Dollar leading under the red flag. Nick Sanchez and Rajah Carew, top three. For more on Rajah, back down to Steve Post.
All right, so one of the drivers that was involved in that crash here on the front straightaway was Toni Breidinger. She just hopped out of the infield Care Center and spoke to Fox Sports. Let's hear from her.
Yeah, Toni Breidinger, checked and released from the Care Center. I know, tough day for you. Had to battle your way from the back of the field into the top 10. Other than the incident, how would you assess your day?
I mean, the guys did a great job putting together the backup car and making it fast. And my spotter, Tyler, he did a great job guiding me up through the top 10. So up until that point, it was pretty solid. I think I could have did a better job on my part to kind of hold myself there, and hopefully would have stayed out of this incident. But.
And what happened from your point of view?
I think we just got hooked in the triangle. I mean, it's kind of sketchy there anyways, and I think we all kind of got stacked up a little bit. Just kind of part of it, just wrong spot and wrong time.
I'm glad you're okay.
All right, so Toni Breidinger, one of the drivers that was swept up in the accident, you see again on the replay here, gets turned into Brayton Laster in the 03, the 10. Richard Garvey gets airborne and then miraculously is able to come down on all four tires before he hit the grass. And then, as we've talked about other drivers involved in the crash, Eric Caudell among others. Another look at the 25. Looks like she gets turned by Garvey into the 03 of Laster. And then, like we've seen it many times at Talladega, really nowhere to go for some of the other drivers that are running so close and so tightly packed together here on this 2.66 mile super speedway.